Imagine this. You're driving down the road on a hot summer day. Your AC is broken and a heat stroke is imminent. The only thing that's keeping you alive is the thought of what the hell you're seeing as you go over a tiny hill and the road starts rendering in right before your eyes. I know I can't be the only one who relates to this. It's like the road just fizzles into existence. And just when you're about to figure this tomfoolery out, a 15-ton gas-guzzling Peterbilt slams into your shitty little 1-ton beater Honda Civic that's frame is already half gone due to rust. But unfortunately, miraculously, you survive. And while you're in your hospital bed getting showered by the top pain-killing drugs on the market, you think back to your favorite memories throughout your entire life. Your shower thoughts. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. And let's start this first thought off with something I'm sure every single one of us can relate to. Why does Sprite taste so fucking good when it's been sitting out for so long? Like when I take a sip of that plastic McDonald's cup half full of Sprite, the taste that touches my tongue can only be described as heavenly. Part of that is probably due to it being 50% microplastics, but hey, microplastics never hurt anyone. It's gotten to the point where I don't even want to drink cold Sprite anymore. That room temp really crimps my taste chimps. There's no beating it. Speaking of beating it, if you beat it into a woman and get her pregnant and she pops out a miniature failure just like you, is that just an extended cream pie? Like the spermicide is still exiting the premises, it's just a tad bit late. Get it? Tad, since sperm looks like a tadpole. You're right, my bad. Now that we're on the topic of sperm, now seems like the perfect time to award y'all with your first ever gold medal, because every single one of you was once the best swimmer that you've ever known. I mean, think about it. You beat millions of people in a last man standing race. Now you may have been an accident, but goddammit, you were a determined accident. So if you're ever having a bad day, just remember that at least once in your life, you weren't a failure. Speaking of failures, that's exactly what I would let my lawnmower do before I ever even think about changing that son of a bitch's oil. I mean, seriously, when has anybody ever changed the oil on their lawnmower? I sure haven't. And if you're a normal person with the correct amount of chromosomes, then you haven't either. Like the only time I've ever seen a bottle of lawnmower oil was when I was cleaning out my grandpappy's garage that hasn't been cleaned since pre-Hitler storic times. I reckon the last time this garage got a nice wash was within the 761 days that Anne Frankenstein was in that attic. Speaking of attics, why the fuck do they even exist? Like, who the fuck wants to open a ceiling door and climb up some ancient ass stairs just to grab some shit from storage? Basements are the superior storage room in a house, and I just so happen to live in my mother's. But hell, I'd even take a crawl space over an attic, and I'm deathly afraid of crawl spaces, mostly due to the fact that John Wayne Gacy had a history of stuffing children in his crawl space. Speaking of children, I sometimes wonder what my child will think when I give him my Xbox account and he sees that I have 700 hours on Weeaboo Porn Simulator. I mean, when a fan messaged me on Xbox the other day asking what games I played, and I told him I played Weeaboo Porn Simulator, he low-key had a panic attack due to the fact that the message was hidden, and he didn't trust me enough to reveal that message, even after I sent him such a reassuring message. And low-key, I'm happy he never opened that message, because if he would have, and he looked into Weeaboo Porn Simulator, he would have become addicted right then and there. The biggest perk of giving my son the Noxylicious Xbox account would be all the Call of Duty camos I have unlocked. Like, he wouldn't have to grind his ass off like I did. Then again, he better not fuck up my KD. If that shit were to go down even by 0.01, he's getting a post-birth abortion. Fucking up your father's KD has got to be the worst thing you could do to him, other than having Down syndrome. Speaking of Down syndrome, am I retarded for shitting in a porta potty and then spending 10 long, gruesome moments looking for the flusher? Okay, the answer is yes, but what can I say? I'm not used to shitting so poor-like. My golden shitter at home has a heated seat, for Christ's sake, along with an asshole squirter 7000 PSI edition. And each time I use my beautiful bidet, it makes my next shit 10% easier, due to the fact that 10% of my asshole disappears every time that dung geyser unleashes its moisture full speed on my cheeks. Speaking of full speed, I would load up my shotgun to end it all at full speed, Ronnie McNutt style, if this next shower thought were to ever be real. What if your fingers were constantly greasy 24/7 with no way of removing it? Like, imagine you just ate 14 McDonald's hash browns at the speed of Joey salads, and that hash grease is now a permanent part of you. If you were to star in a horror movie, you may just be the hash slinging slasher. Okay, that was retarded. But there is one good side to this hell. At least you'd always have lubricant ready at hand. literally. Now to be honest, I couldn't think of a segue for this next one, so I'm just gonna hit you with it. Ever since I was a kid, this thought has always lingered in my mind. What if every single person in the world knew who you were? Not in the way that you're famous or anything, but they just knew you, and everybody kept it a secret. And we could expand on this thought quite dramatically. Like, what if every single living being on this floating cock ring we call Earth was out to end your existence? Or maybe not end your existence, but instead make the minuscule margin amount of time you spend here an absolute torturous time frame, but you would never know. Or would you? What if that's what deja vu is? This thought is getting scary, but seriously, it's terrifying. Every single person you interact with knows every little detail about you. You never have privacy. There's always someone watching you somehow. I'm not gonna lie, I used to stress myself the fuck out over this thought, but there is not another thought that stressed me out more than my ex. And let me tell you, she was a big meanie head. Speaking of head, imagine you're getting the Gawkathon 9/11 edition from two 10 out of 10 goth baddies, and all of a sudden, you teleport 11 feet to the right. How fucked are you? Me personally, I would just teleport into my 2024 Bugatti Chiron Super Sport that's sitting in my 100 car garage that stretches a quarter mile down Broadway. So if there's any goth baddies watching, you're welcome to take a ride. Well, 2 rides. The rides just may differ a little in terms of size and length. Now this next shower thought you may have heard before, but in case you haven't, allow me to show you something you'll never unsee. The famous DC hero Wolverine is just 2 Batmans making out with each other side profile style. And in case that didn't ruin your day, it's time to look at what my Discord members shared in the Shower Thoughts text channel. And I'm not even worried. I'm sure they're all totally normal and sane. Cum is just a human tadpole. Actually, I'm pretty sure I already said that. Get it, tad? Since sperm looks like a tadpole. A hot dog is defined as blended up animal meat stuffed into the liver of an animal. Therefore, a hot dog does not stop being a hot dog until after you shit it out. Go ahead and sit on that and let it sink in. Fucking gay. Yeah, you fucking sit on that wiener. Can fish see air and not water? Like how we can't see air but we can see water? The fact that this retarded question is the most sane thought we've had yet really says a lot about our society. Or maybe it's not society's fault, but rather I'm to blame for creating my tumorous channel in the first place. But on a serious note, thank you all for 10,000 subscribers. It's wild to think that only 4 short months ago, I was celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Y'all have no idea how excited I was to finally see the letter K in my sub count. And now that there's a 5-digit number next to my YouTube username, I can officially say I'm one of the big boys. Okay, maybe not, but it sure feels like it. I'm not gonna ramble for too long about it, but seriously, I greatly appreciate every single one of you degenerative dingle c***s more than you could ever imagine. And I hope y'all continue to find enjoyment in my videos one way or another. And in case you ever feel down, remember, it's better to piss in the sink than to sink in the what the fuck ever. Just end the video.